So once you have your basic portfolio set up, it's time to start doing some basic changes, editing, and modifying of it to make it your portfolio. We're going to start doing that by going to your Google Drive, and yesterday I had you create a College and Career Planning portfolio folder. So I'm in that folder, and I've actually added a couple items to that folder that then I'm going to add to my portfolio. So the best practice would be whatever you want to add to your portfolio, go ahead and get saved into that College and Career Planning Google Drive folder, and then add it from there. So I've got a couple items in one of the colleges that I'm looking to be interested in, and then also a writing sample, and I'm going to use the performance task writing sample as one of those samples. So first thing I need to do is open up my portfolio, and how you get back to your portfolio is by selecting the waffle and going to Sites. You might see your site right here in this list. If you don't see it, then you want to do a search for my site and just type your name in, and it should pop up for you. I've done a few of these, so get all of the ones that I've created. So now you're back to your site, and you'll see all of these areas for you will be empty because you haven't done any editing to them at this point. So to edit your site and start adding or customizing it, you're going to use the Edit button here and simply click the Edit. And you can, at this point, just like any word processor, you can add, delete, and edit items. So you're going to want to put Weed High School next to school. You're going to want to put your grade point average, and you're going to want to use the weighted academic from your transcript or ARIES. You're going to put your class rank, any test scores that you may have that you have results from. You want to add those here. So go ahead and edit any of those items, and after you've edited or changed things, then you always want to hit the Save button in the upper right hand corner, and then it will put you back to your live document. The other thing you're going to want to do is add work samples and pictures over in the My Careers and Colleges area, and so I'm going to show you how to add a writing sample. You may have a resume or other types of projects that you've taken pictures of that you want to add as well. So again, you go back to the Edit page, and I'm going to go ahead and under Writing put a 2019 performance task. So it's a sample of my writing, and I have a score of 3.5 out of 4. And just like any text editor, I could make that a little bit bigger if I wanted to. And now I'm going to link it to my actual writing sample. And again, for the sake of this exercise, I actually put it in my College and Career Planning folder in my drive, and I simply then have to right click on it and get shareable link. Link sharing needs to be on, so make sure that this is green, and then once you've done that, it copies the link for you to the clipboard. And then when you come back over to your, using the tabs, come back over to your portfolio, you can drag across this and make it a hyperlink to that actual document. So hit the add link, and you need to go to web address. See, this says site pages, so it's looking for a specific page on your portfolio. That won't work. You have to do web address, and then that language there in the text is going to link to this URL. And then we want to open this in a new window. It's easier for the viewer to see. And then say OK. And then hit save here. So now this is an actual document that will go directly to that writing sample and open it up, and then the viewer of your portfolio gets to see your writing ability through actual samples of your work. And notice that that opened up here in a new tab. So if I close that, then I go back to your portfolio. Another item to do is to add some colleges. You can see that I've added a couple colleges. I added my heroes, mom and dad, a famous woodworker, and some, again, colleges, and then some career areas. And these are simply like putting those pictures in your folder and then linking to them, or linking to them directly on the web. So once again, you're going to hit edit. You're going to come over here, and I'm going to go ahead and just put another image in here. Let's go ahead and remove that one. And by clicking here, I'm going to come up to Insert Image. And you have to go to the Upload Images. And I'm going to go to my drive and find that image and actually upload it. I've already uploaded it. So here it is. So I simply select it, and then it comes up in that space there. And once again, hit save. Now I have it twice. So that's the basic process of adding links, adding pictures. You could make the picture a link. So if you wanted to be able to go quickly to the college website, you can make this a link, which I believe I did with this one. And you do that the same way you did with your documents. So that's the California State University Long Beach website. Again, I had set that to open a new tab, so I'll close it to get back to your portfolio. One more area I'd like to share with you, and that's the adding of activities and career interests, recognitions, different areas that you'll find over here in the tabs, but also under my planning documents. So these are links to the same documents. So for example, if we look at my activities, and I've put 3 different activities in here already, things to note about the activities and different items that you put into your portfolios, that you're going to want to have dates, you're going to want to have an amount of time that you spent there, a coordinator that was overseeing the work you were doing, and then any brief description of the responsibility or accomplishment during that activity. So I'm going to add an item. So I'm going to add a new item, and we're going to call this a school or club organization. Time. Start with the date, and we will put 2019-20 school year. And we're going to say about 2 hours per week. And name, class. And responsibilities, coordinate, and once you have the items filled out, hit save, and you'll see that populate. What's nice about the activities in each of these areas, if you go ahead and take a look at the My Recognitions, you'll see the same type of setup. If you go to print this, so Control Print or Control P, you'll see that it prints in a really nice list format. So you'll have your type of activity in a nice list format that you could print for scholarship applications later, or at least as a page to reference for different applications. That opened in a new tab, so close that tab and you'll get back to. So if you look at each of these areas, you're going to see a similar pattern of selecting the areas, and another important one to be filling out as you go through your high school education are your recognitions. So each quarter when we do our student recognitions, you want to come in and add your latest recognitions. So let's say it was October 2018, name of the recognition was Honor Roll, or let's call it a teacher award this time. And then top performance in history. And again, it adds that to it, and you can do the same. Control Print, Control P, new tab opens, and shows that nice list of your accomplishments that later on you can print for reference and viewing. Always to navigate back to your main portfolio is either closing a tab or clicking on the top left-hand menu item, and it will take you back to your portfolio. Other things that you could do to customize would be to change colors, add other types of images, change font sizes and styles. One thing to remember is that you want this to be easily viewable by the people you're going to share it with, so that they can find different items easily. And so using principles of good design techniques and editing are going to be really critical for your viewers in the future. So that's the basics of setting up and customizing your Weed High School College and Career Planning portfolio.